Welcome on in, gamers. It's raining, but that is not going to stop us. We are going to explore all the way through Eldin today. We're going to see what we can do. No clear goal in sight. We're just here to have fun and explore. That Legacy of the Dark Knight game looks like it's going to be peak. It does look very good. And I do think that there is a space for Lego games in the gaming ecosystem and whatnot. And it does kind of look like if Arkham was a lot more kid-friendly, which is really exciting to see. But I don't know. It's probably a really big game for Batman fans and for like Arkham fans. I don't know how I feel about it. I did play Lego Skywalker Saga, like the updated version that they ended up having. And that was fun and everything, but I don't know. I don't know. Like Lego games for me are kind of like an 8 out of 10 experience, where it's not going to be like a Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's not going to be like a new Final Fantasy. It's not going to be like super breathtaking or anything, but it is like good, clean, simple fun.
Snack time?
And I think that there is a spot for that in the industry. So, I mean, I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it. And hopefully it ends up being what everybody's wildest expectations were. All of Link's chicken nuggets. Do we even have any chicken nuggies? Can you even make chicken nuggies in this game? Because from what I can tell, you can do like chicken and oil and flour and eggs. So maybe you can make like a chicken katsu or a fried chicken? But unfortunately, because you are not able to make chicken nuggets, I think that Breath of the Wild is just going to be like, at best, maybe like a 6 out of 10 for me. Sorry. Oh, we might want to add some salt to our chicken as well, actually. I kind of got the feeling that you were a big Batman fan. And like, Batman fans are absolutely eating when it comes to Lego games. When it comes to Lego games, especially and specifically, because like there's exactly one Lord of the Rings Lego game. There is like technically 2 Harry Potter games and whatnot. Ooh, hold up. We got ourselves some sapphires. Let's go. And of course you got the Star Wars games, but like there are so many Lego Batman games when you actually line them up. Twilight, don't do that. Don't toy with my emotions like that. If you toy with my emotions like that, you know that I'm going to cry. You know that that's going to happen. But I am very excited for Silksong. I am mostly excited for Silksong to finally release so that everybody can shut up about it. Very much including me, okay? I have been annoying about Silksong. I have not been as annoying as most of the internet has been about Silksong. There's basically like 2 very annoying groups of people when it comes to Silksong. There's the people who are annoying about wanting it to release, and then there's the people who are annoying about complaining about Silksong fans. And I'm kind of ready to move on from that discourse. I know that the social internet has things that are kind of like rapidly evolving. Like there are memes that would have been fire a week and a half ago that would seem stale today. But like Silksong discourse has been kind of an evergreen on the internet. Interestingly enough, I do also feel like Fire Emblem 3 Houses discourse has been kind of evergreen on the internet. People are still making discourse about Edelgard and whether she actually did anything wrong, which is kind of funny. It's pretty cool how I saw 2 Yoshis in a boat together on Mario Kart World. It is pretty cool. I do really like just observing the NPCs in Mario Kart World. I know that not everybody is a big fan of the open world concept, but I just like chilling and existing in the world. I like how Mario Kart World... I even commented this on like a parrot mode video. I really like how Mario Kart World dared to ask us to actually think about the journey of the drive and not the destination of the finish line. Because, like, Mario Kart has historically been about, like, races and whatnot. But this is a game where you could literally just chill in the backgrounds and chill and hang out with NPCs. Not that they're going to do anything or interact with you, but it's just kind of nice, you know? Batman drinking from a soda cup? That's funny. That's funny. The Amazing Yellow Yoshi Bros. Yes. What is a game that you want, Gem? I'm curious. I see a bunch of rocks, and I want to push them. See a bunch of rocks, and I want to push them. There's a hole down there. Ha ha! I knew it. Now, the game that I am genuinely really excited for is Train Jet Set Radio Tony Hawk. I think it's called like Dench Attack or something. I don't know when the release date is, and I don't know if you can pre-order, but like it looks so much fun. And we're on fire. I was worried about that. I was worried about being on fire. Okay. So, that's kind of where we're at right now. What we might want to do is we might want to actually head up the trail. So we can start actually at this tower. At least we got a Korok seed out of it, so it's no big deal. Remaster of Octodad Dadliest Catch. Has that been announced by the Bugsnax team? Oh, no, it's a random game wish. Okay. I'm reading now the game wish. That would be fun. I have never played Octodad Dadliest Catch, but I will say that I absolutely love Bugsnax. If you have not played Bugsnax, then you need to find a copy of Bugsnax. Ideally on PlayStation or on PC, but if your only port is the Switch, go for it. It is going to be an unforgettable gaming experience. It is so good. It's basically right up there with Persona 5 in terms of like best games to experience on PlayStation. I will say that. I love to see Bugsnax for Switch too. I would love to see like performance upgrades for Bugsnax, absolutely. Because playing Bugsnax, like playing the port of Bugsnax on Switch 2 is really kind of rough. The frame rate is a little bit more noticeably unstable. Sometimes it dips into the 20s, and sometimes it almost feels like it reaches up to the 40s, which is, I mean, like, 40 frames per second is awesome and everything. Okay, can we... I really want to avoid the Wizrobe. That's the thing. TWAU2. WoW 2. I am trying... I'm going through my Mind Palace. I am trying to remember what TWAU is. The wacky alternate universe where everybody's fingers are replaced with hot dogs. Yes. The Wolf Among Us. Okay, yes. Yes. I'm sorry, I can never remember that. But you have to understand that, like, coming up with new acronyms is very silly and funny. It seems that Glue couldn't hear your call. Bummer. I am genuinely really bummed that Elden Ring is only 15 frames per second. I really wanted there to be... I was hoping for at least 30. But the fact that we're not getting 30 frames per second for Elden Ring on Switch 2, when it can run at a relatively stable frame rate on the PlayStation 4, like the base PlayStation 4, it makes me kind of nervous for FromSoft's other game that they're going to be putting to Switch, the one that's like entirely multiplayer and whatnot. I'm not even that big into FromSoft games, but like, I want to see better performance on Switch 2 because, like, one of the major issues that was in the Nintendo Switch generation is that you were running on hardware that was from 2017, hardware that was kind of aged in 2017, and what Nintendo was able to get away with that very limited hardware is nothing short of magical. Like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Odyssey, some of the Fire Emblem games, Kirby, like 60 frames per second for Splatoon with relatively decent online. Like, it is really impressive what Nintendo was able to do with the Switch. And, like, The Witcher 3 was able to run. Skyrim was able to run. Albeit with definitely some very strong limitations and whatnot. But towards the end of the generation, it really felt like people, like developers were making really strong sacrifices when it comes to like putting their games on Switch. And I don't want that to be a thing for Switch 2. And it seems like we are already running into that issue with Switch 2. Which... Bye-bye. Let's sneak. Because there's also a chance that he might not even hear us. There we go. I just wanted to get the chest. Great Frostblade. That would be excellent, actually. That would be excellent. Is that a unique item, though, the Forest Dweller Sword? Yeah, I feel like it's a unique item. So we got to find a... What are we going to get rid of in our inventory? I think that the answer to that question is the Great Thunderblade. Because if we're doing a Great Frostblade, then... Okay, so that... You know what? That is actually going to make things a lot easier for traveling to Eldin. That's going to make things a lot easier. Okay, okay. He doesn't like us. Yes, we hit him in the skull. See, part of me wants to visit the tower first and then do the... Oh, except this is... This is the tower that has all the guardians, so we need to be very careful. And, yeah, that's tricky. That's very tricky, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna hop off stream. Well, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Before you go, ooh, yes? Oh my gosh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's what I wanted to push.
Snack
Gold
time?
icing cupcakes. That sounds delicious. That sounds delicious. Thank you very much. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We want to avoid the Guardian. So I'm thinking that the best way to do that is we got to find a way to climb up. I did see that that was announced as well. Now, I'm not a huge Resident Evil person. I tried playing Resident Evil 4, and I unfortunately ran into this game-breaking issue called I'm bad at Resident Evil games. I am useless when it comes to aiming guns in with like sticks, and I also really don't do well with such strong limitations on inventory. And so like one of these days I really want to play Resident Evil 4. I am just notoriously bad when it comes to A, anything related to horror. I can watch some horror movies, but only in some specific horror subgenres. Like, I can do psychological horror, I can do cosmic horror, but I'm not really good when it comes to jump scares or anything that relates to, like exorcisms or demons and whatnot. And of course it's raining! Of course it's raining! Of course it's raining. Okay. How long is the rain going to be? It's gonna take a while. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our way to the shrine and do that, and then hopefully by the time that we're done, then the rain is going to be over. But, no, I am notoriously bad when it comes to horror games, and I am notoriously bad when it comes to managing a very limited number of resources. I do like Pikmin games because it is resource management, but it's just enough flexibility that it's not overwhelming for new players, but it does add that level of stress that comes along with a limited inventory. But Resident Evil, as a newcomer, is just, it's a lot to deal with. And especially with the stress of being in a horror environment, I'm not very good at it. And I, like, body horror is not, like, the worst thing. I think the big thing for me is just, like, jump scares and creepy faces, man. Jump scares and, like, possessions. That's the big thing that really, I'm just not very great at handling those things. Okay. You know what else I'm not really good at also is, is anything related to gyro. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to go non-verbal at the function just to focus there. Chat, I don't know what possessed me in that moment. I am so sorry that that trigger fire's not working, but we're gonna go ahead and just make sure that you get your points. I am going to find live Miyamoto reaction, and we are going to play that. Yep. Okay.
You're wobbling. Try to keep your balance.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. I appreciate it. I know that you're a fan of the channel. Thanks for your support. And just for good measure, I know that my Stream Deck is just not going to work for this one, but I want to make sure that we get one of those as well. Speaking of FromSoft games, you know. Oh boy. What is this? What is? Oh, yes, okay. Well, that is a really quite a very interesting thing, no? Now, what if, and just hear me out. Oh no, okay, but you have to admit that I was cooking a little bit, okay? You have to admit that, like, I might not have cooked it all the way, but that was a solid, like, approaching medium rare moment, you know? Yeah, check this out. Yeah, see? See? Look at that. See? Okay. That's lovely. Now, how do I get that? That's what I'm worried. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Ah, you cannot do reverse. Okay. Wait. But here, check this out. Check this out. We jump. Okay. And then... No! No! Okay. No. Okay. But that's the way. That's the way, right? This is the way. This is the way. And it's gotta be something useful, right? It's gotta be. Wait a minute.
You're wobbling. Try to keep your balance.
I understand that I'm wobbling. I can't... A silver scale spear, really? You wouldn't throw a guy a diamond in these troubling times? Come on, man. All right. Is this a... Yeah. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Okay. It's not even that good of a weapon. I just wanted to get the completion marker for this shrine. And we're going to have to get a key. And, of course, it involves more gyro. Everybody's favorite mechanic. Look it. Look it, guys. Nope. You stay there. Okay. And then you. Yes. Yes. There we go. And just like that. By the way, what did that have to do with literally anything else in the shrine? Because, like, usually with a lot of the shrines, there's a consistency when it comes to the design of the puzzles and the mechanics that you end up using to solve those puzzles, right? In this shrine, there were 2 gyro things and 1 shoot the laser thing. Or shoot the gem thing. Time the lasers. Those ideas are not related to each other at all. So, I don't know if this is just one of those shrines that they're like, hey, we have these 2 ideas. We don't really know how to actually, like, do anything interesting to develop the ideas. Let's just throw them together and pack it up, call it good. I assume that's what happened. I don't know. Did you guys see the Asus ROG Ally? How Xbox is now getting involved in the handheld market, but can only do so with the help of third-party tech providers and only for way more expensive than the competition? Oh, man. If you are excited for the Asus ROG Ally, I am happy for you. Let me put that out there. If you are going to get enjoyment out of buying something and it is going to add value to your life, then go for it, Tiger. But I don't know who is excited for it. I don't know. I don't know. Xbox has been making a lot of very questionable choices lately, and it's been very interesting to watch. Okay, we are... It looks like we're not going to run into any rain for any decent chunk of time, so that's nice. We can use that to our advantage. Okay, no. Okay. There we go. We're running. I'm not seeing any guardians. Oh, God! Oh, that's a silver guy, though. That's a silver guy, and I do not like that. Whoa! Now it's working. Why was it able to work for Gem but not Gabriel? I don't know what's going on. Maybe Trigger Fire is just being very silly right now or something. I don't know. Part of me has been thinking about, like, just... like, finding a way to learn basic code and then finding a way to run those programs natively on my computer rather than having to rely on, like, a third-party network in order to play those memes for you guys. I guess even codes don't like... No, no, we like you. We like you. The code may not like you, but you are always welcome here. No negative self-talk. We don't do that in this community. Okay. Now what? Where are we going to go and what are we going to do? What if we go here? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm just gonna put this out there. Is there anything underneath the door? Okay. I think so. Yeah, look at that. Another ingredient for the salad. Another beautiful ingredient for the salad. Okay. Now the thing is this actually going to... here... We just kind of want to avoid the Guardian, right? Like, I hear it, and it's scary. But if we head up this way... Like, where's the next area that we're gonna get, like, kind of a rest at? It's probably, like, at that... Oh my god, there's a Guardian right there. This is one thing that I really do appreciate about Breath of the Wild and the way that it was able to kind of take a spin on the open world formula. Ubisoft towers are never difficult to climb. But Breath of the Wild towers, there is always at least a little bit of challenge when it comes to scaling the tower. And I just really appreciate that. It's much more thoughtful design. Oh god! Okay. What if, and I'm just gonna put this out there, what if we run? Oh my god. The Guardian completely... We did it! Alright, so we avoided those Guardians. Okay, okay, solid. Solid, dude. We got the Akala Tower now. Arguably one of the more difficult towers to actually, Oh god, it's that guy. It's that guy. First of all, let's go ahead and grab the chest. I wish you could read the books that are just chilling. Okay. Okay. Oh, God. Bro's gonna throw rocks at me, isn't he? And this isn't even going to take us anywhere. Okay. Okay. All right. Maybe we need to rethink our strategy. What if... Oh, God. Oh, God. Get out of there, man. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, so that guy has ice arrows. What if we climb up here? He doesn't see us. Use Gale! Oh my gosh, I completely forgot that we had a bird friend. I completely forgot that we had a bird friend. That was literally like the last time that we played this game. We got bird friend. Oh my gosh. How could I forget Rivali's Gale? How could I forget? Thank you so much, Gem, for reminding me. That was... Normally I'm like, no, let me cook. Don't backseat game. But like that was like such a quality of life improvement. It was crazy. Thank you for that. All right. Let's go ahead and download a map application. Yes. Okay. See, I was expecting us to do most of our things through Eldin, but, like, that's not the way that things naturally flowed, and that's okay. It's an exploration day, after all. You're welcome that I didn't call it the other thing. I imagine that that took a lot of strength and resilience, and I am really proud of you for that. You have improved as a person, and it's really inspiring to see you make those improvements over the course of multiple streams. It is a joy to watch. Thank you. Are there any goodies? There's a little bit of goodies. There's a little bit of goodies. Okay. Somehow we have that shrine. Okay. Now let's see. I don't see anything there. I'm trying to remember, like, a lot of the shrine locations in Breath of the Wild. It has been a hot minute since I played. Oh, wait! Tarrytown, dude! Wait a minute! Oh my gosh! I forgot about Tarrytown! As long as that's not your source of pride and comfort. That's the main thing. Oh, okay. So there... Oh, we've already marked that one. So what's the one that we were at? Okay. Guys, should we, like, maybe start Tarrytown? Like, this is crazy, but, like, I kind of love Tarrytown. And I feel a strong urge calling me to Tarrytown. I think that's what we need to do. Now, do we have... Hold up. Hold up. We might... Yes. We're going to go all the way to Tarrytown. We've got the stamina. We could do it. Actually, no. This is a perfect gliding. I don't want to waste the stamina fish just yet. We got to make sure that we save those for when we absolutely need it. I know that this shrine is literally, like, the perfect spot for fast traveling to Tarrytown. And plus, there's a ferry right there. I don't think that we have the rubies for it. Rupees? Okay, we already got that Korok seed, which is nice. Yeah, we're at 111 rupees. Now, I wonder... I forget how you actually start this quest. Do you have to start it in, Hateno? There's a little tiny lake in the middle. Okay. I don't see any... Oh, there is a Goddess Hylia statue. That's nice. Okay, we don't have the orbs to give her. Yeah, I think that you need to start the quest in Hateno Village and then make your way to Tarrytown. Okay. All right. That's a bummer. But there is a shrine over there. We could do that, or... You know what? Let's go ahead and make our way to Eldin, because I want to start setting things up for when we finally end up doing the fire, the VOD lizard and everything. And so setting that up is going to be nice. We could at least get started with that, and then we'll just kind of explore. We'll just explore a little bit. Yeah, the big thing is when we are at that horse stable, we're going to want to get some like fireproof elixirs and whatnot. Oh, did you guys I never played Black Myth Wukong. But did you guys see that it's getting a sequel? And the fact that it's getting a sequel, like it was announced. I don't know if there's like a release date yet. But it did look fairly impressive, even though it's like a pre-rendered trailer and everything. There should be New Game Plus for Tears of the Kingdom where you have the champion abilities on top of stage abilities. If there is save data for both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on the same console, I could see that. Oof. Those birds kind of remind me of the birds on the Great Sky Island. Very similar. Very similar. But, counter-argument, Gem, if you do that, do you run into the risk of making Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom feel more similar to each other? Because one of the big challenges that the dev team probably had to face is finding a way to capture that lightning in a bottle that was in Breath of the Wild, but still make it feel distinctly like a different game. And if you start blending the two together in terms of mechanics, then you kind of run into that risk. Okay, so here's what we do. Here's what we do. Oh my gosh. We gotta get a little bit closer. Wait a minute. Oh wait, hold up. If this doesn't work, then stasis might. Okay. Stasis might. Okay, come on. I gotta be just a little bit quicker. I feel like I'm going quicker every time and it's not working. Okay. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll play your game. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, 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 no. Okay, perfect. 90% of the time, it works every time. Oh, wait, hold up. Let's go ahead and push this guy up. We'll drop that into the lava. I just want to get the chest. Knight's Broadsword. You know what? Let's get rid of that. Where we're going, we don't need that trident. Alright. And then... we run. We get that from behind us. And then we use it to... push these guys up. See? Oh. We're causing a traffic jam on the Hyrule Interstate. But I think that's everything. Did we miss any chests? Oh my gosh! You touched the boulders and... I didn't realize that touching the boulders actually ends up causing damage. Even if they're like basically still. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Oh, apparently there was Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 at Gamescom this year as well. I'm looking at, like, headlines and everything. Oh, yeah, the next Call of Duty was announced. Not that, like, I care about that. Wait, 2 very different Star Trek games announced at Gamescom. Wait, there's Star Trek games? Oh, God, I hope they're good. Oh, God, I hope they're good. Okay. The famous Zelda poison rocks. Yes. Yes, the poisonous rocks. You can't touch the rocks. They're literally poison. Okay, coming at some point later this year is Star Trek Infection. Oh, it's a VR title. Bummer. You play as a Vulcan on the USS Lumen, a ship that has been incapacitated by an alien organism. Player character has been infected and has to explore the ship looking for Star Trek-y solution. Okay, well, that's nice. What I was really curious about is Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. Star Trek Voyager is the only Star Trek game that I have actually played through to completion. Not played. What am I talking about? The Star Trek series that I have watched through to completion. Okay, let's see. It blends exploration, ship and resource management, roguelite elements, and meaningful choices. Wait, what? It takes place in the Delta Quadrant, obviously. Sorry. For those who don't know, Star Trek Voyager, like the very first episode, the crew gets basically slingshot all the way to the other side of the galaxy, like 100,000 light years away from home, and the entire show is just them finding ways to get back home without like overexpending the warp drive and like having that cost like 100 years and whatnot. Set sometime during the run of the beloved TV series, a story-based survival strategy game. Oh, okay. I don't like survival mechanics. I don't like VR because it makes my head hurt after a while. That's understandable. For you, is it like a dizziness issue, or is it a like physical comfort issue of having a computer strapped to like 2 inches in front of your eyeballs? Because that's definitely a thing for me. Yeah. In case you were wondering about the song I perform at the stables, there are many theories about its origin. But according to my teacher, it was a song performed by the ancient hero to call to his horse companion. If you ever feel like hearing it, feel free to drop by. Anyway, time to get back to it. I happen to know a song about the ancient hero. It was passed down to me by my teacher. Do you care to hear it? Let's hear it, dude! Without further ado. You guys ready for my singing voice? Oh, wait. No, this is the one that we're already familiar with. Sorry. Oh, it's probably like a motion sickness issue. Do you know the science of how that works? How that ends up creating motion sickness when you use VR? Because I do, but I don't want to, like, dive into the explanation if you already know. And oh, you don't? Okay. So, the thing with VR, and this is one thing that, like, I'm not trying to glaze Apple or anything, but when they ended up releasing their Vision Pro, like their VR headset and whatnot, they really tried to emphasize this point that they were extremely low latency when it comes to their screen. So, one of the biggest issues with VR is that you have to, if you want to have the screen mimic what it would be like to experience whatever environment you are trying to simulate in VR, in order to make that feel like you are actually tracking the screen with the movement of your head, then a few things need to happen. First, the sensors on the VR headset need to take in visual data. Like, cameras need to observe the environment around you, notice the contrast between certain pixels that it is picking up. Usually, like, it will pick up, like, high contrast things like picture frames against walls or something, and it will use that to have a good understanding of where it exists in 3D space. So, the cameras need to input the data. Then a processor within the headset actually needs to analyze that data and figure out how quickly your face is moving. And then that data needs to be reflected and sent to the program that is actually running the user interface that is blasting the screen into your eyeballs, so it can actually display that signal on the screen. And so it has to take input data and it has to analyze it, and then it has to communicate that to the program, and then the program has to reflect that change in the environment when you move your head. All of that takes processing power. All of that takes time. So it is a latency issue. And so what happens is you move your head, but the screen does not register that you're actually moving your head at the same rate that your eyes and your optical lobe in your brain actually processes that information. And so that kind of throws your brain off a little bit. Combine that with the fact that a lot of our motion and our sense of motion is tied to the vestibular system that is in, I believe it's the inner ear. There's basically like the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. And the inner ear is where you have the cochlea and the vestibular system, which plays a vital role in like sending signals to your brain for like balance and whatnot. And so the visual data that is coming in is a little bit delayed. But the vestibular system in your inner ear says, wait a minute, we're moving, but the eyes and the occipital lobe in our brain aren't saying that we're moving at the same rate. That's weird. And then it'll start feeling really dizzy. So that's why. I know that was a very lengthy way to describe the process of it causes latency issues that makes you dizzy, but like it's a combination of the computer within the VR headset and the way that our brains actually perceive motion. So unless you have a really sophisticated processor that can almost instantaneously process movement and have that reflected in the programs, then you're always going to run into those latency issues, which is probably one of the reasons why we haven't seen as wide adoption of VR as many VR companies would prefer. Because you got the MetaQuest, you got the HTC Vive, you got like all sorts of different like headsets, and there's a lot of potential with VR, but there's not a lot of people that really want to get involved with VR because the technology is not there to provide a seamless experience that isn't going to make people dizzy. Who knows? Maybe in a couple years' time or a couple decades' time, we'll actually get there, but yeah, I don't know, Chief. Let's... Ooh, a hammer. I like the hammer. What we're gonna need is we're gonna need some fireproof lizards. What I think we're also gonna need is we're gonna need to sell some things to Beetle. Let's go. What are you looking for? Look what I've got. I would like to sell some gems, please and thank you. I'd like to sell those for 520 rupees. Absolutely. Don't mind if I do. Does he have fireproof lizards? He has hardy lizards. Okay. Temporarily increase your maximum hearts. That is nice, but that's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is the fireproof lizards. And for that, there's another shrine nearby. Oh, here's what we can also do. We can use the Great Frostblade, which is going to help us, like, survive at least some of the immediate heat. Oh, God. I just saw a fireproof lizard. Okay. Okay, buddy. Well, that was nice, actually. Dragon Bone Moblin Spear. That's nice. You see, there's a lizard right there, but we gotta sneak up on it. That's the only way that we're gonna make a fireproof elixir. It's by stripping this lizard of its guts. He's a cute little guy. He kind of reminds me of, like, a cross between, I'm just gonna go ahead and admit the lack of Pokemon knowledge that I have. Kind of looks like the cross between the lizard Pokemon that has like a super frilly neck and then the other lizard that is very strangely shaped for a lizard because they look almost like a female human and they're poison and whatnot. Sandalizel? Sandile? No, it's not Sandile. I'm trying to remember what the name of the stinking Pokemon is. Oh. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, fine. You're not gonna let us do the stinking surfing? Then we're gonna go about our merry way on our own. Now, where is the shrine? The shrine is apparently this way. Okay. We might as well make our way to a shrine. Where is the shrine? I don't see it anywhere. I have no idea where it is, unless it's like hiding, or unless it's underground. It could be on the other side of that cliff, or it could be underground. This is exciting. Oh, wait, hold up. We're getting a blood moon. Oh, God. Oh, God. Buckle up. All the enemies are coming back. Oh, it's right here. Okay. That's doable. The blood moon rises once again. I'm kind of glad we had the shrine sensor because I would have completely skipped over this shrine. The Tamul shrine. Come on. There we go. Take a big sip of water. Make sure that you guys are staying hydrated. We're an hour into stream and we haven't had a hydration check. I'm going to go ahead and offer one free on the house. Bada bing, bada boom. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Okay, this has got to involve fire, right? Because we got some vines that are growing on the walls. Or, hear me out. Hear me out. We could just use a normal arrow. Or a torch? Hold up, do I have a torch? I do not have a torch. But I do have a meteor rod. Okay. Yes. There we go. Look at that. Phenomenal work. Well, this looks kind of easy, right? Because there's a few things that you could do. You could chop these boxes. Oh, no. The double axe is badly damaged. Whatever am I going to do to all of this wood? Arson! That's what I'm gonna do. Now, I could literally end the shrine right here, but I'm not gonna be satisfied. What we need is we need the key. And the key can only be done if you set that on fire. And then... I didn't know that the key was made of metal. Well, that's really convenient. Okay. How do you get it out? How do you get it out? Wait a minute. Okay. Now this is a real humdinger of a situation. This is a real humdinger. Okay. Let's see. I don't think that it has anything to do with that. How do we get... Oh my gosh. You guys aren't going to believe this. But you can actually bring it up and over. I was just as shocked as you guys. I was just as shocked. I didn't even think that they could make that possible. A ruby? You know what? That was worth it. That was worth it, I do have to say. I don't think there's anything behind that. I don't think so. Yeah. That was a very simple shrine. I do have to admit, as much as I love Breath of the Wild, I don't think that taking all of the puzzles of the game and spreading it out across 120 shrines is as satisfying as doing 8 really intricately designed dungeons. And this is not a perspective that I had originally when formulating my opinions about this game. But now, after having played multiple other Zelda games, Skyward Sword, Link's Awakening, Echoes of Wisdom even, it's made me really appreciate the puzzles that you get with traditional Zelda games. And I can finally begin to understand and even appreciate the perspectives of the Breath of the Wild critics. Because, like... Breath of the Wild was also my introduction to Zelda, and so what I saw was what I got, and what I got was something that I absolutely loved, but I also had nothing to compare it to. Now that I have other things to compare it to, I'm like, okay, Breath of the Wild is still one of my favorite games of all time, but I can now fully understand what people were saying when they were critiquing it. You know? I get it now, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, where is a horse stable? Is it all the way on the other side? Yeah, it's all the way on the other side. I guess we could just fast travel. Let's go ahead and fast travel. Let's get some fireproof elixirs. Because here's what I'm thinking. We get the fireproof elixirs. That's going to allow us to explore Eldin. While we explore Eldin, we're going to find a lot of gemstones. Okay. We can find and even sell those gemstones. That way, we can not only afford the fireproof armor, but we could also afford to unlock a couple fairies as well. Because we're gonna need to set that up today as well. So let's get a monster gut, and I will go ahead and mix that with my lizard. Whoa, buddy! 5 minutes and 40 seconds. My goodness. Okay. And another one. Those are such pretty horses. Oh my god. I promise I'm not a horse girl, but like, did you guys see how beautiful those horses were? I mean, they are completely frozen in time right now as we're cooking. And one more for the road. Since we've got the fireproof lizards, we might as well. And then I want to look at those horses. Excellent. Look at them. Oh my gosh. They're actually so pretty. I love the blue-gray look. Holy cow. Okay. With our fireproof elixirs, we should have everything that we need to make our way all the way to Goron City. But first, I grab a sunshroom. And we'll certainly do a little exploration along the way. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Exploration along the way. We'll get some gems. We'll get some goodies. One of these days, I really do need to actually bring out glue and ride glue around. Awesome horse name. Oh, thank you. I'm guessing you weren't there for us naming it, but yeah. Yeah, my horse's name is Glue. I just wanted to, like, remind the horse that, like, if I ever found them to be not very useful, or if they decided to just run off a cliff, I wanted them to know where things were going in life, you know? It's kind of like naming a pig pork chop or bacon or something. Which I believe is something that my dad actually did. Oh God. Oh God. There's a guardian there. Oh God. Okay. So maybe not. Maybe, and I'm just putting this out there, maybe we don't go there? Where? I kind of want to do the tower. I don't remember where the tower is, though. And so I guess we could just keep climbing this mountain. Did not get any GTA 6 at Gamescom. This is true. I didn't expect any GTA 6. That is another game that I'm really hoping releases soon so that people kind of shut up about it. I'm not saying that people shouldn't enjoy things, but I am saying that, like, I'm ready for we really got this before GTA 6 discourse kind of dies down on the internet. Not looking for any more of that. It is kind of weird that, like, the Call of Duty game that got announced doesn't really look like a Call of Duty game. Like, the environments look like they're actually having fun with designing them and not just putting them in insert mid-Asian or West Asian country here. It actually looks like they're doing kind of interesting environments that are probably much needed for the series. I haven't even touched a Call of Duty in like a decade. Oh my gosh, have you guys seen the have you guys seen any trailers or anything for Sword in the Sea? Or Sword of the Sea or something? It's made by, I don't know if it's the same team, but it is at bare minimum the same artist as Journey, as Abzu, and there was one other game that they did that they like really, The Pathless. It's done by the same artist that did The Pathless and Journey and whatnot, and it looks like you basically have this giant sword. Oh, there's the tower. And you use it as a surfboard across a bunch of different dunes in the desert, and you can switch between having dunes in the desert or giant waves in an ocean. Okay, fine, guy. I get it. You didn't want me to talk about video games. Oh my god. Dude literally couldn't understand my excitement for indie games and was just, no, I can't do it anymore. I just can't. Like, you should look up trailers. It looks really cool. One of the only things I hear about GTA 6 is people saying how... I mean, like... I think that both of the leads are very conventionally attractive in GTA 6. I don't know if I'm going to be picking up the game because, I don't know. I might get it on sale, but there's also rumors that GTA 6 is going to have, like, age verification literally built in. Thank you, Twy. I see you. I see you. You see me. We are seen. I don't like the idea of age verification that is literally built into the software itself. I don't feel like I should have to upload my government ID in order to play a game that I bought just because there are parents out there that aren't willing to parent their children. I don't think that that's that hot of a take. But apparently... there's a lot of people out there that really think that we need to have the government involved and making sure that companies can get access to even more of our private data for every waking moment that we have on this godforsaken planet. Just because there are parents out there that refuse to actually enforce rules in their household and make sure that their children are safe from inappropriate content for their ages. God, can you tell that I've been very mad about this lately? I try to have a relatively positive outlook, and I try to be, like, relatively positive on stream, because I also know that you guys come to this stream for, you know, a source of comfort in these trying times. But dang it, sometimes these times are really trying, and it's really difficult to remain positive. The PlayStation 5 is now $550. The all-digital version is now as expensive as the disc drive version was when it first released. GTA 6 might have, like, age verification software built into it. Man, I'm just... And I don't even want to talk about Roblox. It's just, it's a mess out there, guys. Xbox Series X is $600 for the base console now? $600 for a console that was $500, that was already kind of a steep asking price for a lot of gamers, which is why they released the Xbox Series S at $350? Oh my god. Roblox did kind of need to shut down years ago. Like, with all of the recent news with Roblox, I am genuinely so happy that I have never made Roblox content and have been vocal for years about being critical of Roblox. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I heard what YouTube is doing. Like, literally everybody is caving to a very loud and vocal minority of people who want to police every single aspect of our lives and make sure that we aren't engaging in thought crime. And it's just... You know what it makes me want to do? It makes me want to go to my local library and check out a physical book that I read at my own time and pleasure. That's what it wants to make me. Like, I have never been more of a proponent of physical media than I am now. I think that if you don't want to give giant tech companies an opportunity to collect all this data and to sell your data to third-party advertisers, then I think that now is as good a time as any to start buying books and reading books. Renting games from your library. Did you guys know that you can rent physical video games from your library? It's pretty awesome. A shrine nearby. Does anybody see a shrine nearby? Oh, wait, hold up. Here's what I'm thinking. Oh, wait, hold up. There's a cave up here. We go to the cave up top. And we see where we're going. Oh, some fire bubbly voice. Not to be a doomer, but it's hard to not acknowledge all the bad stuff that's happening right now. No, I get it. It's difficult for me to not be doomer about it. like I said, I try to be a comforting place for a lot of you guys, because the world is not great. But, like, even in the world of video games, and I don't know if this is even necessarily, like, particularly in the world of video games, but it's just, there's a lot of bad stuff happening right now. But at least we can be thankful that we live in the timeline where we could watch the cinematic masterpiece that is Ice Cube War of the Worlds. You think about that? All right. Yes, there's a lot of bad news happening right now. Yes, everything is getting more expensive. Yes, there are lots of game companies that are engaging in really bad practices that are incredibly predatory and whatnot. And yeah, things are going to get worse, but we got probably the best rendition of the War of the Worlds that we have seen in years. And I think that we should be thankful for that, you know? I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't seen it yet. Twy, I have heard that you have seen it. And I never asked what your opinion was of it. Do we have a verdict? Like, how are we feeling about War of the Worlds? Oh, you know what? We're gonna do that. And we are gonna do that. Bingo. Haha. Didn't end up watching it last night? Oh, no. You watched Paul instead. Oh, another cinematic masterpiece. Wow. Is this where we're supposed to go? This is unfortunately where we are supposed to go. There's a Guardian right there. So, I'm thinking that we just completely bypass the Guardian. Not Ice Cube War of the World. It's a cinematic masterpiece. If I could offer just a little bit of advice, don't watch it on a TV. Watch it on a laptop screen. Or watch it on your phone screen. I think that that would probably be even funnier. Okay, we really gotta avoid that guy. We gotta avoid that guy, man. We gotta avoid the guy. We're just avoiding the guy. You know what movies I did recently rope my partner into watching with me, and I'm really glad that she actually enjoyed them, was Dune. I don't know if there are any Dune fans in the community, but I do very much appreciate Dune. I think that it is such a richly crafted and well-constructed world that it is a movie and a series of movies that is so good that it makes me want to it makes me want to read the book. I feel like if you have a movie that is so good that I want to experience the story again, but in a completely different medium, I think that you have done a phenomenal job. And the editing, the visual effects is just so good. Is that... So, I've never seen any of Amazing Digital Circus, but is that where the clip that I have only recently seen it on TikTok, and I think on Instagram Reels, but it was it's like a pink triangle guy that kind of looks like a Picasso painting, and then he goes to like a blue bunny guy and he grabs him by the head, and then instant flashbacks happen and whatnot. Is that where the clip is from? Or is that something else entirely? I'll take a topaz. Don't mind if I... Yes? Yes? Okay. I figured. One of these days I actually need to watch it, because the animation is really something else. I especially like it when animators are really able to push the medium in... They're either able to push the medium in a way that hasn't been done before, or they end up... I guess we could probably go down a floor. Or they end up animating in such a way that they really end up nailing a specific art style that is unrivaled. Like, if they are able to take the medium of animation and use it to create something that is unlike anything else that is done before, that's what I really want to see. I mean, you could take inspiration from other things. I mean, Cuphead is obviously taking a lot of inspiration from rubber hose animation from, like, the 1920s and whatnot. But if you are able to take animation and make something that looks and feels like something that is so distinctly your voice that other people would be able to see a clip from it, and even though they have never actually seen your work in its entirety, they still know that that could easily be identified as your work because you have such a strong voice within the medium, then heck yeah, man, that's awesome. Pink triangle person is Zuby or Zooble. Zooble, and the bunny dude is Jax. Okay. I feel like I have heard of at least Jax. Zooble I am not familiar with. What I am familiar with is Zoom Beanies. Which... Oh, God. Oh, God! Oh, God! Which, for those who don't... That was rude, dude. Zooble goes by they, them, as they should. I think that gender is a social construct that cannot be held to the same constraints, or cannot be constrained by animation. Va Lizard! Aw, dude! I do think that out of all the Divine Beasts, Va Lizard probably goes the hardest. I'm not just trying to say that as a person who was a former edgy 12-year-old who really enjoyed fire-type Pokemon, okay? I'm saying that, look at this design. He is crawling on the outside of a volcano. It's just so cool. Gangle and Kinger. This information means almost nothing to me, but I am happy. I'm happy that you got your favorites. Probably Ragatha instead of Kinger. Is King... Okay. I know nothing about the show. Is Kinger the teeth with eyes? I hope you know what I'm talking about. How do you describe that character design other than teeth with eyes? See, the thing is, like, if I were to describe, like, I've never seen The Amazing Digital Circus. I just know that there is a character that can loosely be described as teeth with eyes. But the problem is, if I were to say, oh yeah, there's a character, I would describe them as teeth with eyes. A lot of you are thinking, why is he talking about biblically accurate teeth? That is horrifying. Girl, nothing wrong with teeth with eyes. Okay, sure. That's like the Joker. He's always... I mean, yeah. I mean, what I got from that, yeah. The teeth with eyes is Kane. Okay. Kane. All right. But, like... I am not a native. I am very much an immigrant when it comes to The Amazing Digital Circus. And so, like... I know nothing when it comes to names. I can only say teeth with eyes. By the way, welcome on in, Winterworld. I hope that you're happy, healthy, and hydrated. Who animated Grandma's dentures again? Gross. Yeah, exactly. We don't need to drink that. Dude, Gorons are just friends, man. I love Gorons, dude. I wish that I could be a Goron. Just like tiny little legs and feet, giant forearms and hands, just eating rocks all day. The wizard casts only the most useless spells. Honestly, I would too. If I lived in that world, I probably would as well. Kinger is basically a chess piece with eyes and gloves. Okay. Okay, I'm curious. You have piqued my interest, all right? Oh, he's a weird-looking little guy. He's a weird-looking little guy. I'm looking at pictures of Kinger, and, I mean, it makes sense that he kind of looks like the king piece. I probably should have, I'm really glad that I didn't ask what chess piece Kinger was, because I was about to. I was like, man, I really hope that he's like a knight or a rook or something. Maybe a bishop? No, a king. Duh. He does look very silly. I will definitely give credit there. Okay, I do think that we probably just need to buy the fireproof armor. And then... let's see, that's potions. Where are we going to find armor? Oh, armor is over there. Okay. I see. With the aesthetic of the Amazing Digital Circus, I think the only way I can describe characters is by their design. I mean, yeah, but, like, the cool thing about their designs is that $600! Okay, fine. We get the Flame Guard. That's 700. And then this is 2,000. My gosh. That's just corporate greed at this point. No, but the crazy thing about, like, the Amazing Digital Circus is that, like, you can describe the characters just with very loose terms, and people still know what you're talking about. And they can visualize it. We got sapphires, we got topaz. Let's go ahead and sell 2 topazes. 360, okay. What I really want... let's go ahead and sell a single ruby as well. And then with this... see, here's what we got. We can now put on the Flame Guard. That's also going to give us a little bit additional hit points. Or at least defense. And then we're going to do the shrine here. We're not ready to talk to the Elder just yet. What I want to do is I want to get the shrine. I want to get a new heart container. And then I want to make my way to a fairy fountain so we can upgrade some of that gear. Nothing wrong. Actually, there's a lot of things wrong with corporate greed. I would venture to say there's a lot of things wrong with corporate greed, actually. Oh, man. Maybe they're just a small business. Maybe it's just a really expensive product. You never know. God forbid, maybe they have to, like, import it and pay tariffs to the crown. Oh my gosh, low battery. You were at 2/3 before I started stream. What happened? My favorites are Ragatha, who is basically a Raggedy Ann doll, and Gangle, who is a comedy tragedy mask with a ribbon as a body. That sounds interesting. I really need to actually watch this show. Okay. Now, hold up. Before we get started, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do this real quick. And then... hold up. We're switching over to Joy-Cons. Okay. We are so back. We are so back. I just needed to switch because the thing, like, I looked at where my controller was at the start of stream, and it was like 2/3. So this is like the first major time that I... Oh my gosh, I'm so used to Tears of the Kingdom controls. This is going to be the first time in a while that I will actually have to charge the Pro Controller, which is nice. Ooh, thank you. Amazing Digital Circus is one of those shows that looks family-friendly, but is... Oh, yeah, no. I very much know that. Stone Smasher. I do like the Stone Smasher. I think we should get rid of that. That sword was so brittle that I threw it at leaves and it fell apart. Oh, man. You guys ever feel like that? If I'm a living rock who does nothing but eat rocks, I need to start drama in the corporate world. That's fair. That's fair, though. Okay. What if we just... Oh, actually, here's what we do. Because that's going to be super effective against Guardians, right? Oh my god, these guys have health! These guys have a lot of health. These guys have a lot of health. Yep, okay. Now, I figured that, like, even if we were going to survive that, which wasn't likely, it's probably best to just head on straight into it and rip off that Band-Aid. Let's go ahead and restart. Oh, now that's interesting. So as long as you have a arrow, you can just light that on fire. Okay. Now, oh, I no longer have access to the back buttons, so I can't do the infinite sprint glitch. Let's just do that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What if... Hold up. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. What if we just grab this? Hear me out. And we run. And we run. And we run. There were explosions coming through the floor. Oh my goodness. Okay. We've got another chest over here. We're gonna have to lift that bad boy up. Okay. It is so weird playing with detached Joy-Cons. Ooh, chest. Let's see what we got. It's gonna be a... I'll take ice arrows. I'll take ice arrows. Thank you, game. Thank you, game. That is gonna be useful. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. We grab this. Oh, yes, this is a family-friendly stream. Please make sure that you are using family-friendly... Hello? Please make sure that you are using family-friendly language. Okay. Oh. Oh! The ball needs to go in there, but we need to lift that up, and the way that we lift that up is by going over here, and then we do that, and then and just like that, we sneak in here, we get the chest. We get the small key. And then... I think that's all we need. Yep. And I think that we even got all the chests. Oh, wait. There's more. There's more. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I stepped off of the platform. They're gonna regenerate. I thought that I just clipped them out of existence. Okay. No, we got that. Okay. Boom. Well, I don't want... I mean, like... Can't we just... Can't we just do that? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Woo! Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. We probably got about another 20 minutes left of stream. What we can do is we can get another heart container. We can make our way to our fairy fountain, and we can see what we can upgrade in terms of our armor. I would really like to level up the Champion's Tunic. Might have to level up the Fireproof one as well. But we will see. Okay, where is the Hylia statue in Goron City? I completely forget. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Perfect. And she's got a little crown like she's been to Burger King. Oh my gosh. Look at her go. Excellent. Love that little... Is that an arpeggio or a crescendo? I'm dating a musician and I should know the difference between an arpeggio and a crescendo. I think the crescendo is in terms of loudness and volume, and arpeggios are in terms of tone. And I should know this. I just don't. How interesting is it also that our first fairy fountain is actually going to be the one by Terrytown and not the one by Kakariko? Usually Kakariko is my first one to go, but we're close to the Terrytown one, and we might as well. We might as well, you know? Oh, look at that. It's so pretty. Let me ask you guys this. What do you think is the prettiest Nintendo Switch game? Not the most impressive graphically, but the prettiest. Because I think that, like, obviously that is going to be very subjective. And everybody's going to have their own opinion. Prettiest might... I'm trying to think. I do think that Breath of the Wild is very pretty. I do think that generally it is better. It is prettier than Tears of the Kingdom. Animal Crossing is more cute than pretty. This place was once a beautiful stream, but as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. As a result, my power has abandoned me. I do think that Greece, G-R-I-S, or Gris, or however you pronounce it, definitely has a contender, but that's not something that's exclusive to Switch, you know? I'm nearly powerless now, so I beg your help. I need rupees. Oh, she only needs 100. We can do 100. Easy. Does she have a processing fee for every time that we upgrade our armor, though? Oh boy, it's fairy time. With the purple mist. Is she the one with the purple hair? Oh my gosh, I forgot. She has like the most iconic look for hair. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Fairy Fountain. Gotta be my favorite K-pop Demon Hunters reference. Holy cow. You're the one who released me. I was expecting someone bigger, I guess. But a slim little lad like you will do just fine, yes. Thanks to you, my power has been returned to me. And I think you'll agree a good deed deserves a good reward. I can enhance your clothing. Let's see. We could definitely do the Hylian horn. Yes. Yes, please. Oh, I guess I probably should have played the cutscene instead of skipping it. Sorry, everybody. There we go. Yes. I would like to enhance them. Let's see. Enhance away. Zora arm. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Climber's bandana. I don't really see the need to upgrade that. We need 3 Silent Princess. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Let's go to Kakariko Village. Let's unlock the fairy fountain there. And then we can also grab the Silent Princesses there and then upgrade the Champion's Tunic. Because I know for a fact that we'll be able to find Silent Princesses in that forest. Yeah, I kind of want to say, like, first-party Nintendo games. Oh, John Steelheart, welcome on in. I hope that you are happy, healthy, and hydrated. I have to wonder if I'm, like, super lagged. If that's the case, I am really sorry, everybody. Prettiest Switch game, I would say... You know what? Xenoblade Chronicles... I can't believe that I forgot about that, but that is easily a contender for prettiest Switch game. I have only played Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But, like, Xenoblade Chronicles, I cannot believe that I completely blanked on that, but you are so right. Welcome on in, by the way. I hope that you are happy, healthy, and hydrated. I really need to play Xenoblade 1. Like, I really need to play Xenoblade 1. I've just been lurking. Oh, okay. All right, I'm glad. Because there was one time where the lag was so bad that it literally took, like, 2 minutes for chat messages to show up. And so I was very worried that we were running into a situation like that. Okay. Oh, wait. Here we go. Silent Princesses. There's 3 right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Do you have a favorite Xenoblade game, John? Like I said, I've only beaten 3. I've played Xenoblade X, but I'm like maybe a third to halfway done. And unfortunately, I just kind of dropped the game, and I've been playing other games now. I do need to get back into Xenoblade X, but now I'm just so distracted by so many other games that I'm playing. Listen to my story. Oh, you've only played the first remaster. Okay. I have heard basically nothing but good things about Xenoblade 1, and I really want to play it. I will say that Xenoblade 3 was a very emotional experience. I'm sure that it was probably kind of the same for you with Xenoblade 1. The combat is phenomenal. I only have X to compare it to, but I really enjoyed the combat for Xenoblade 3 and thought that it was really engaging and always kept you on your toes. Yeah, this one is 500 rupees. It's a good thing that we have 500 rupees. Almost exactly. I didn't need my life savings. It's fine. Link's not saving up for college. Come on. And this is the one with the big blonde haircut, right? Yeah. I'll have to check it out. Hope Xeno 2 isn't a difficult bridge to cross. Okay. I have not played Xenoblade 2. My brother has started Xenoblade 2. And from what I gathered from listening to his input and from what I've gathered from other people, I suspect that Xenoblade 2 is a little bit more difficult to get off of the ground running. One thing I really like about Xenoblade 3 is that it kind of like throws you into the story, it throws you into the world building, and is like, hey, this is where it's at, figure out some combat. But Xenoblade 2, I have heard it takes a long time for the game to click for a lot of people. I don't exactly know why. I think it might be because of gameplay. But, like, the gameplay improves throughout the course of you playing the game, but it's more rudimentary at the start. At least from what I have heard. But take what I say with a giant grain of salt. But Xenoblade 3 is so good. It is so good. I would like... Yes, thank you. Oh, how kind of you. I think that upgrades us to 8. Yes, 8, and then... Is it 12? And then 20? Let's see what else you got. Okay, we don't want well-worn trousers. We still haven't bought Hylian trousers. What are we doing? Also, we cannot enhance the Nintendo Switch shirt, unfortunately. I'd like to say that this is a good game, but I would be lying to you. More Silent Princesses and Shard of Farash's Horn is what we are looking for. For the fire-breaking arm... Oh, we need more fireproof... It's if only we didn't cook all of the fireproof lizards. Man. All right. Okay. Getting towards the end of stream. I hope this is useful. Ooh, yes. Oh, well, thank you. You know what? I'll go ahead and finish my water now. It absolutely is useful. Thank you. It's not every stream that I end up finishing my water completely. But today was definitely a stream for that. Saturday streams, I end up running into the issue of I drink so much coffee that I forget to drink water, and it's bad. It's bad, man, because coffee is not a good way to stay hydrated at the end of the day. It is, unfortunately, more dehydrating than anything. Gonna go? No worries, Jim. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope to see you Saturday. We'll be doing some Donkey Kong Bonanza. Hopefully doing the Elephant Bonanza rehearsal. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, what if we were to head here, grab a fireproof lizard, and then immediately upgrade the fireproof armor? Because here's the thing. We're gonna need the fireproof armor for Va Lizard. We're gonna need all the defense that we can get, especially heading into that Calamity Ganon fight, and so we might as well collect some lizards and upgrade that armor, especially as we end up exploring Eldin a little bit more. So, is that a cave? That looks like a cave. But not in like a Tears of the Kingdom. Guys, you're not going to believe this, but I got distracted. Okay, alright, fine. I'll cue the meme. That is one of my favorite things that I have ever made for the channel. Oh my gosh, wait, hold up. Hold up, I might be cooking. Oh, there's a guy there. There's a shrine? There's a shrine over here. Okay. There's a shrine in this direction. God, I need to not get distracted. We've got, like, a scheduled 5 minutes left of stream. I literally just needed to grab a lizard, head back to the ferry, and, like, upgrade it. But now I'm committed, man. Now I'm committed. I need to see where this shrine is. Okay. Is it on the other side? I'm kind of Teddy Roosevelting right now. I'm just going in a straight line and I don't care what obstacles are in my way. Okay. Where is the shrine? Where is it? It's now, like, completely gone. Oh my gosh. Okay. You don't have to be a drama queen about it. Okay? You don't have to be a drama queen about it. It's fine. You don't have to be dramatic. You don't have to. Okay. Where is it? Maybe let's stay on the cliff? Maybe we can stay on the cliff? Okay. God, I really don't like not having the infinite sprint glitch on Joy-Cons. The charge grip, interestingly enough, has the remappable buttons on the bottom. Is it? Oh, wait, hold up. It's down here. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. The Sad Dahaj shrine. Okay. Okay, we do the shrine. Then we grab the lizard. Then we go to the ferry. Then we pack it up. Okay? There's a plan. There's a plan. Is he going to stick with it? Make your predictions now. Place your bets. The power of fire. Okay. Well. Nothing there. I guess we can do that. We just don't have a lot of arrows is the thing. Oh god. Oh god. It's that guy. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. There we go. Okay. Ah. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to do... Let's do that. Bingo! Was his name-o. Now, are we going to need another arrow? It looks like we might need another arrow. My prediction is the plan will be followed through 70%-ish. Oh, you have such faith in me. Stick around long enough and you will find that that faith is misplaced. Knight's bow. No, we gotta drop something. We are going to drop the knight's bow and replace it with the knight's bow. Otherwise, we're not going to get the little chest icon on our map, and you know that that's very important for a guy like me. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't have the arrows. I have to be very careful. I guess I have fire arrows. I guess I can use that, but I don't want to use that. I think that's the only thing, though. So let's use our last arrow. No. We're gonna do that just in case, because I don't know if the arrows are going to go through the... Oh, no, we need one for the other side, too! Oh, dear. Oh, no. Do I have... I don't even have fire arrows. I have bomb arrows. I don't want to... Should we use an ancient arrow? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have an idea. Ha! You don't need arrows. You could just... wait a minute. Did I... Oh my gosh. No, no, no. I don't want the sword to be on fire. Let's put the sword away. Okay, thank goodness. Because that's a relatively rare sword. Huge! Okay. I had never thought to throw the weapons, but... I mean, like, I guess it makes sense. If somebody threw a sword at me, I would probably be sliced in half. I guess it's the same for ropes. You give me too much credit, John. You give me too much credit. I don't think it's thinking outside the box. I think, like, it's just... remembering that swords are sharp. But thank you. All right, let's... How did... we got distracted. We got distracted. We went to a cave and we got distracted. We're gonna find a lizard, and then we're going to go to the fairy fountain, and we're gonna upgrade our fire armor. That's what we're gonna do, okay? I believe this in my heart of hearts. We... go this way. Okay. I had to remember where the stable is. Don't go there. We're going here. Going here. We find the lizard. Here, lizard. A lot of specks in the air that are tripping up my senses, but... Okay, there's a fire darner. There's a couple fire darners. Oh, there's a lizard right there. It's by the sign. Okay. We just need to sneak up on lizards and catch them. I actually used to do that when I was a kid. I would, like, catch lizards in the backyard. This is, like, one of my favorite things to do. Just catch lizards. Keep them in a box for a while. Let them go. Honestly, was going to go on about the quality of your content in general, but I'll hold my judgment until I've been around longer. Oh, well, thank you very much. I mean, first impressions are very important, but I appreciate you sticking around and giving me a chance. Let's head on down here, and then we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up. Yeah, we do streams basically twice a week here. Once on Wednesdays and once on Saturdays, usually. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do next Wednesday's stream because I have to go to an open house and I have to talk to parents about, like, open house stuff and classroom stuff and whatnot. So I am going to be unfortunately busy next week, but Wednesdays and Saturdays. And then if you want, like, clips and highlights, then those are going to be on my socials. But here we just have a good time. We hang out, we chat, we talk about food, we talk about video games. Those are usually the two most common topics, actually. Because I love making food and I love playing video games. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, we'd be happy to have you. And just like that, I think that we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. Saturdays are your free day anyways? Excellent. Excellent. I don't know if you're interested in Donkey Kong Bonanza, but we've been doing a lot of that lately. So we are going to do that this upcoming Saturday, but the following Saturday, we're actually going to be playing some Kirby because the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Kirby and the Forgotten World that features the Starcross World DLC, that comes out by that time, and I'm really excited to play 60 frames per second 3D Kirby, and the Starcross World also looks just so genuinely good, so I'm excited for it. But hey, if you like the content and you would like to see more, consider dropping a follow. It is not expected, but it is greatly appreciated to all of you lovely people out there. And you get to be a part of this amazing, wonderful, and wholesome community that not only meets on stream, but also meets in the Discord, where we continue the conversation about video games and food, and we share memes every now and then. It's a good riotous romp. If you want just the clips and just the highlights, then consider following me on my socials, TikTok, Instagram, and on Blue Sky. And if you aren't able to make it to every stream, but would like to have more of the long-form content, and if you want to actually see some of the cooking recipe videos that I have made, consider checking out the VODs channel up on YouTube. But that is going to do it from me for today. When we're going to be streaming next is going to be Saturday. Like I said, we're going to be doing some Donkey Kong Bonanza, doing the elephant rehearsal in the post-game, and slowly working our way up to the Snake Bonanza. And like I said, we're not going to be streaming next Wednesday. Unfortunately, I just got some scheduling conflicts. But the following Wednesday, I think that we're going to go ahead and start the quest line for the Fire Divine Beast, so it'll be awesome. Pleasure to check you out. Consider me interested in what Nintendo content you stream. Absolutely. I stream like 90 to 95% is Nintendo, and the remaining 5% is usually something indie. I did make an exception for Astrobot when that came out on PlayStation 5, but I'm almost exclusively Nintendo and indie. And yeah, we have fun here. But that is going to do it for me for today. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. And wherever you are in the world, stay safe. And have a fantastic rest of your week, everybody.